Hi, I'm Karina Saltzman, and this is my husband and partner, Ben. And we are here today in Manchester, Massachusetts. We've been on vacation with Ben's family for 2 weeks, and now we're with our own small family here. And Ben and I have been talking a lot the past week, being around his family, about relationship. And we'd, be talking, and he'd say, God, we've got to put these on video. So here we are.
Because the conversations have been deep and revealing, and we've got a therapist and a coach here who we do work. I mean, we do work out in the world with our clients, but we do work together, and we hold relationship as a crucible, sometimes a very hot, burning, intense crucible for our own transformation and change.
And we love to geek out on this stuff is actually the other thing.
Totally
Just
geeks.
to say that.
We're geeks. We're transformation geeks. We're
So we
Enneagram
hope
geeks.
this is helpful, that you can take this with you and apply it in your own
Healing
lives.
geeks, talking over each other geeks. So the story that I wanted to tell you all today is about what was going on when when Karina wanted to have a child, and I wasn't ready. So let me set this up for you all. And
Okay, let me just say, I wanted to have a child. It was like a force of nature was moving through me.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's an Enneagram Type 8. So when a force of nature in an Enneagram Type 8, who are strong, powerful, big personalities, she let me know, often and loudly. So it was very clear to me that I was not moving fast enough in having a child.
And just from my side of the view, I was really trying to tone it down. I don't know if you noticed that.
That was the tone down one?
I was really trying to not put too much pressure on him, right? I know. Anyhow.
Yeah, she was intense, y'all. I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
I'm getting pushed to my edges here. And I knew that I wanted to have a child and would check in with myself because I was committed to not having a child if I wasn't lined up with it. And so inside, when I was like, am I ready to have a child now? I'd feel clenching in my stomach. I would feel nervousness. I was like, I am not ready.
And I was like, really? Clenching in your stomach? That's what's going to stop you from having a child? You should have dealt with that 6 months ago.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
That was her toned down version. So I'm dealing with that kind of pressure from her and with my commitment because, think about this for a minute. If you're a child, do you want to come into a relationship where there's one person who is resenting you being on the planet and another person who really wants you to be there? No. No child wants to come into that kind of dynamic in their parents. So I don't want to set that up. And I love my wife, and I want to do what she wants me to do. So there's a huge, internal war and angst inside me. And I'm feeling defensive, and I'm getting angry at her that she's pressuring me. And I'm really feeling the squeeze of Type 7 commitment. Inside the Type 7, there's often a lot of pushback around being controlled, limited, or committed because we have an aversion to pain and suffering. And I know that once we have a child together, the commitment is deeper, and the commitment to her is deeper, and the commitment to that child is forever. Here, we might break up. That child is mine for life. So that's a whole other level of commitment there, right? And so the Type 7s, and this is classic 7 stuff, we run from that, we bail on that. Because if you are that committed, if you are that tied in, if you are that emotionally attached, there will be pain and suffering. That's part of the deal. They're going to get sick, you're going to get sick, you're going to fight, things will happen. So
You'll be sleep deprived for a good year.
you'll be sleep deprived, yeah. Your time is no longer your own. You have said, I am willing to sacrifice a big chunk of my time, my energy, my effort, my love, my life for this other being. And I wasn't ready to make that sacrifice. So we kind of like went our own ways and did our own work. And I'm going to give you a chance to talk about what your work was first, and then I'll talk about what my work was that allowed us to come back together. So what was your...
So the work on my end was, I was seeing Chris Price at the time.
Yeah.
He was a Gestaltist, and not that that's relevant, but...
it's relevant in that we have a bent towards the Gestalt doing in the
Somatic.
moment, like transformation in the moment rather than going back and doing a lot of processing of the past.
The way Chris sort of helped me was to get connected to my wanting and take it off you, which was incredibly helpful.
And tell us more about that. What does that mean?
Well, it was like she just got me in touch with, like, you really want this and you may not get it. And it's not his, like, can you just allow yourself to feel the level of wanting? I mean, I would see babies and I would just be like, oh God. It was just running through me like a mad woman. I mean, I loved you, and I was like, I may need to cut and run here and find
this
a
is
baby
almost
daddy.
a deal breaker.
Yeah, because this is so on me.
Yeah.
It's such a pull. So I had never reckoned with that kind of force before in my life. And she helped me own it and sort of take full ownership of how much I wanted that and feel the heartbreak that I might not get it.
Yeah. Right.
And take it off of you're the person that I need to try to convince or manage in some way.
Yeah. And on my side, I went off with my support person and really felt into being contained and limited and into the suffering and into my no, like, no, you can't make me, and into my fear around that. And like there was just a level of letting go. I think anytime that sevens can actually be with that, contained, and feel the fear and feel the angst around suffering and feel into suffering, that there is some letting go of the ego structure that happens. So we came back together, and on both sides a lot of the charge was gone, and I was like ready. And she was happy. I check in with my body, and I'm like, I'm a yes. Like, I'm a yes to having a child with you. And it like came out like that. Remember? Like, I'm a yes. I want to have a child.
I was like, really?
Yeah.
You're really a yes. You're going to stay consistent with this.
Right. She didn't trust it at first. But I was.
It was a good year before we got pregnant.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It took us a little while.
Yeah.
But that whole time we were both a yes, right? Like it was full on, like, okay, we're in.
Yeah.
And so we had a kid, and the kid is here and upstairs, and I'm gonna go get her and bring her down so you can see what we created 7 years ago. I'll be right back.
Oh, in our next video,
Oh.
I want to talk about community support as a couple.
Can you say that a little louder?
In our next video, I want to talk about community support as a couple, rallying conscious community around you as a couple.
Hey Jordan, can you come down? We want you on our video.
You know how you wanted to be on the video?
You said you wanted to be on the video. This is
God
the time.
wants to say, get on the video.
Come on down. So 7 years ago, we had a child, a daughter, and her name is Jordan. And this is her. Come on in, Jordan.
She's big now.
Hey. We've been telling them about what happened.
The camera's still on, whether or not.
Hey, come back here, Mom. We were telling them about the story of how we got ready to have you
No worries.
as our kid.
He's like, come on down.
Yeah.
That's so
Is there anything that you want to say about like, what is it like to be on this planet, or why you're so excited that your parents had you, or anything like that? Like, what do you want to tell them?
I'm glad I get to be in Manchester.
Yes,
we are
love being here
too.
in Manchester. Why do you like Manchester so much?
You can just walk to the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
Walking to the ocean's good.
there are really a lot of fun things to do.
Oh,
Mhm.
and there's lots of fairies
Like-
here.
Lots
To
of
make
fairies here.
Fairy houses and have
Yeah.
the fairies leave you little gifts.
Yeah, fairies give you little
Like
gifts.
necklaces.
And this is, you know,
Golden necklaces.
this place that we're in here, that's been in my family for 6 generations. She is the 6th generation of this place in Manchester, Massachusetts. And I gotta tell you guys, I wanna do retreats here. This is healing. I'll show you a little panoramic view of what we get to wake up to. And there's like a deep sense of family and healing, and it is magical land, yeah?
Yeah.
So I think that that's
It's
a wrap
magical.
for now.
Okay,
I'm gonna
that's a wrap.
say bye to
That's the end of
Bridget.
this episode. Bye.